Hello Virgo, Elsie here to do your reading. It is for the week ahead. Virgo, how you doing? I hope you're well. I've got some oracles here. We're going to look at them. But what we're going to talk about this week, our intention is to look at the new cycle is going to look like. Because we do have the new moon in Cancer, which happens tomorrow as I throw these cards, but you'll be getting this upload. You'll be seeing this, the first look of this will come on the day of the new moon. It's the 25th of June, which is the new moon in Cancer. So we're talking about what sorts of energy will be showing up in your new cycle. What does your new cycle look like after this new moon? Keep in mind, it's a general reading. It won't resonate with everybody. And Virgo, thank you so much for coming back. If you're my ride or die, and if you're brand new, welcome here. I hope you'll stay. If you'll just subscribe, I hope that you will. Thank you for your thumbs up, if that's what you're going to do with your time while you're here. I will be talking about an extended at the end of this video and where you can go for a private reading if you're interested. Let's find out what's going on for you, Virgo. We do have, what do you need to release? So I feel like going into the new cycle, we are talking about things that you don't need. It's time for you to release whatever it is that you don't need. I hope you've already done that over the full moon, but I think going into this new moon energy, I feel like you are going to need to leave behind some things, is what it feels like. We've got the flow, so you need to get out of the doorway and into the flow. And when I say that, what I mean is you can no longer play door person, which that means that when people decide that they're going to arrive in your life, let them arrive. And when they decide they're going to leave, let them go. Stop chasing them. Some people are only here for a short time. They're only here to teach you lessons, and then they're supposed to leave. Instead of chasing them and asking them to come back, I would say just let them go the way they're going to go. So we have the flow, which I feel is telling me that it is, this cycle is going to be like a reset for you. It's going to be a place of stability. It's like the flow, right? Think about sitting on the beach at night, watching the moon move into the sky. It feels like that sort of energy. It's a really beautiful, thoughtful, serene kind of energy. I feel like you are moving into a cycle of flow where you've decided you're just going to go wherever the water takes you, is what it feels like here. Tell me more about Virgo. We've got fear. It says, I realize that I'm testing my resolve to live in the energy of love. So it does feel like I might be talking about someone here who fears love, who fears letting go and getting into the flow. And I think that you need to release control. It's likely that's what it is. We will talk a little bit more about that when we get the tarot out. Bottom of the deck, in the future energy, balance, spirituality, and practicality. It's time to listen to your intuition. The full moon in Pisces. Pisces is the 12th in the zodiac, and the 12th house is, I think, where your psychic energy is, and I feel like you're supposed to listen to your intuitive and psychic energy. We do have the gateway, because it feels like there is a gateway, a door opening, and the door is opening in the new cycle here, and I feel like you are I think that you are the, what is the name? That you are, I think that you are entering a new cycle, a place you've never been before. You are the unicorn, I'm going to say, Virgo, that you are the unicorn. It's like you will feel a little bit out of place. Not everybody is a unicorn, but I think that you are. You're magic, but I think that you're entering some sort of magical cycle. We've got surrender. It says, I can release my need to control. Well, I think I said that over here. I feel like you are, this is what your new cycle is about releasing your need to control the outcome. So let's talk about some tarot here. Tell me about Virgo, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. Tell me what else we need to know about Virgo, please. Tell me about what you need to release. So you are surrendering control for sure. So you can move into, past the new gateway, into the new cycle, where I feel it's going to be far more balanced for you than it used to be, where you're now being very practical about your spirituality. Tell me more. We've got the Sun. I like it. You're having a breakthrough. Really looking things over. Everything is under the sun. There isn't anything that you can't see. And I feel like you now know what you must walk away from. It feels like this release is with the full moon. It feels like you have already released something under this last full moon. And it's time now for you to be bold, be brave, be courageous, and walk away from the things that no longer serve you. Tell me about the flow. We've got the Knight of Pentacles, we've got the Three of Pentacles, the Four of Cups. Looking at fear, Knight of Wands. So you fear instability. That's why I feel you fear love. You fear getting into something that you get into so deeply that you feel almost trapped by it, I want to say. And that is what the feeling of this fear is. Instability. Someone who will love you and leave you. I feel like that's a great fear for you. In the flow here, I feel like you are getting into the flow with work, with friendships, with community, with network. It feels like you have decided to move slowly toward being very practical, as you are, right? Very practical, moving slowly, looking at the analytics. I feel like you're being very careful as to who you let into your friendship circle, is what it feels like in this new cycle. It's going to be a time of you using your analytics and your ability to not miss anything, to go over the details of the people that you meet and decide whether it is that there are good enough friendships, whether there's enough collaboration or cooperation or partnership for you to come out of your comfort zone. It feels like you will be coming out of the comfort zone, and it feels like you have been shut off and shut down for a while, but I think you're about to go with the flow, understand? And the flow is going to take you to this gateway. Bottom of the deck, we have the Eight of Wands. And so it does feel like things are going to begin to move forward super quick here. And so I feel like this, it says here, what do you need to release? I feel like you are going to see everything that you need to release. The sun is a breakthrough. It's a breakthrough and it's a bunch of growth, Virgo. I feel like in the new cycle, you are going to be seeing things for what they actually are instead of what you hoped they would be. It feels like the sun is telling me you're having breakthroughs about where your growth is needed. So whether that's physically, mentally, spiritually, in your work area, wherever it is, everything's under the sun, and the sun is here to so you can see everything, so you can make some really good decisions about what you want to walk away from and what you want to keep in your life. I feel like in this cycle you're going to have to be really strong, because there are going to be some things that you are going to release, and it's going to be quite emotional. I feel like it's you're going to have to do some of this in a rather detached manner, but with the moon present here, it feels like it is deeply emotional for you. But I feel like you're going to detach from your emotions and be very courageous in order to make the cuts that you need to make. What is the realization? What do you need to release here, Virgo? Tell me about what Virgo needs to release, please. We have the Two of Pentacles, so definitely some real-time decision making, right? Two of Pentacles is always what is in the pentacle world, right? Decisions that are being made in the 3D. It's not in the mind. It's not in the hopes and wishes, dreams, or any of that energy. It's something of substance. We've got the Four of Wands, and we've got the Knight of Cups in the reverse. Well, that's very interesting energy, because it feels to me like your focus is not necessarily going to be on love during this cycle. It feels like with the Knight of Cups in the reverse that it's actually what you're seeing is the sun is bringing your attention to unrequited love. It's bringing your attention to people who are not giving you back the same type of emotion that you're giving them. I feel like this Two of Pentacles tells me you need to make decisions about the Four of Wands. Who really is your happy, celebratory, stable type people in your life? Is that your family? Is it one friend? Is it a group of friends? It feels like you are releasing those people who are not giving back the same kind of energy that you're giving to them. It It feels like you are going to be releasing this energy in sort of a detached manner. It feels like you're going to pull back your energy, and maybe you're just not going to go to people and say, look, I don't want to talk to you anymore. I don't think it's going to happen that way. I think what's going to happen is you're going to slowly begin to pull back your energy, and because of this strength card, you're going to be very courageous. It feels like the pullback. It feels like you are holding back from some people, not giving them any more of your energy. I feel like this flow energy that you're going to be in here is in regards to your partnerships. And I feel like partnerships can be friendships, work, right? It can be networks, community. I feel like you're being very, very careful about who you allow into your life. I feel like you are wanting to be in this calm, serene flow. But I feel like also very practical. I think that your calm, serene flow does come from you being very practical with your energy, time, and people that you end up giving your energy to. Tell me about the Knight of Pentacles and the Three of Pentacles. We do have the King of Swords. We have the Six of Swords in the reverse, and we have the Seven of Pentacles in the reverse. So it feels like there's no more time to wait. I feel like you've waited a long enough time. But I do feel that you've kind of been stuck in your mind. Like it feels like you do have to make some cuts or choose to who you're going to pull your energy back from. I feel like you're releasing people or energies, or maybe even a job that you no longer require. We do have pentacles here, right? I feel like this Seven of Pentacles in the reverse is telling me I've waited long enough. There's no more time left to wait here. I've been stuck in this energy of waiting for people to match my energy for a really long time. And I feel like the King of Swords is telling me it's time to make some cuts. I'm the final say. I've just got to be honest with people. I don't really have time to squander anymore. I feel like you're being very careful and very practical, very diligent about who you allow into your energy. Going forward into this new cycle. It feels like you want to, at all costs, you want to stay in this flow, and I don't blame you. It feels like you just want this to be an easy cycle. I feel like there is a fear here. I'm just going to say, it does say, I realize that I'm testing my resolve to live in the energy of love. I feel like you are scared of love. Maybe not scared of it. I never really met a Virgo that was scared of love, but I feel like you really are feeling as though what you don't want is you don't want to meet someone in fire. I'm going to say in a situationship in fire. You don't want to meet someone in fire who doesn't give you much stability or is in and out of your life really quickly. I feel like you're trying to be brave because the Knight of Wands is facing their fear. I feel like you are facing your fear because the Strength card is here. I feel like what you don't want is to be caught in your head with this, with a soulmate that is only in it for a situationship. I feel like this is sort of a fear that you're being asked to release. I think that this surrender, your need to control, is really important in order to bring things back into balance. Because I feel balance is where the flow is. And balance is also a dark purple color with blue. I think that your third eye is opening and you're going to I think speak your mind, speak your heart. It says, I bring a state of perfect harmony into my world and I do so without judgment. So nothing against you, you're going to say, nothing against you, but I've just got to cut the list down because I don't want to get myself into a place where I'm stuck in a relationship where somebody is just giving me the absolute minimum or somebody feels like they're in charge of me. So I feel like we should go into the extended and talk more about this because things are going to start speeding up here. And I feel like that is part of the fear, that things are going to begin to speed up here and that you will lose control of all of the things that you want to try and control. So we're going to talk about this, how this is going to play out and why you have a fear of love and deep connection. We'll talk about that. I feel like you are making some cuts. We'll talk a little bit more about that and what you have to do to stay in the flow. And then we're going to talk about what you're walking away from, the strength to walk away from something here. I think that's what's going to balance your spirituality and your practicality because you're very practical, but I think that you are throwing in an element of spirituality as well. We do have the Chariot in the reverse. So it feels like what you don't want in the new cycle is to be stuck and not being able to move forward forward, because I feel like there's some really magical stuff, and you're the unicorn that needs to get into this new world as you pass through this gateway of the new moon. So if you're interested in coming into the extended, that's where I'm going to clarify the rest of this. And the extended is, there is a link at the top of all of the comments. Look at the very top, there's a pinned comment under this video, and it does say join the membership group. That's where all of the extendeds are if you want to come there. And also there is a link there for private reads. So if you want to click on the Hypsee link, please know that I'm reading live. I'm also reading pre-recorded readings, and I have some new packages that I put in that area that are actually quite reasonable. So if you want to go take a look at my pricing, you can do that as well. I'm going to go for now. Thank you so much for being here and watching, Virgo. I appreciate you. Maybe I'll see you in the extended, but if I don't, and this is where we part, that's cool, because I'll be back, of course. I'm always back, right? You guys take care of yourselves, and I'm going to go for now. Bye-bye.